Hi, welcome to Horkans Lifestyle and Garden Centre. My name is Brenda and today we're going to talk about sowing seeds. I've picked 4 different seeds. We've a nice strawberry here called Strawberry Temptation, which is a great cropper, ideal in hanging baskets and pots, and it will fruit this summer when sown now in January. Next we're going to do is the sweet pea. Again, it's a very, very old-fashioned flower. Everyone knows it, highly fragrant and great in all types of gardens, and also it's a climber. We're also going to pick a spring cabbage called Winter Dew. It's a great harvest period. It's very, very sweet flavour and can be sown now. And the marigold, which is a great flowering plant, flowers all summer and very, very good in all types of weather. So starting off, what we need today is our seed tray, which we have here. We'll also need some seed and potting compost, some vermiculite, which I've actually mixed through the compost. And the reason I'm using vermiculite is because it's very, very good for holding the moist in the compost. Keeps your compost nice and moist, and it also helps with your seed germination. Your seed will actually germinate better if you use vermiculite. We've also got our watering can and our propagating lid. So nothing too big, we're ready to start. So we have our seed tray here, we have our compost mixed with our vermiculite. So we're going to pop it into the seed tray. Now almost fill your seed tray. Don't fill it right way to the top, just almost fill it. Like so. Now you can see our vermiculite, it's a nice little sandy kind of colour. That also brightens up your compost, but that's not why we're using it. As I said, we're using it to retain the moisture within the compost and for seed germination. So that's almost filled now right to the top. We're going to sprinkle some water over the compost. I have a nice little watering can here which is very, very handy. It's not the kind of watering can you'll be using outside in the garden, so it keeps it nice and neat and tidy. You won't get too much of an overspill. So yeah, just sprinkle them on top here. It's very important to actually keep your compost moist. Don't let your compost dry out. So with that done, just pat down firmly. Now, so we're going to start with our Strawberry Temptation, which can be sown now January. We'll be ready for harvesting in June. So, you have 25 seeds in this packet, which is quite a lot of fruit. Now, you will just shake the seeds gently over the surface of the compost. Now, it's probably going to be very, very difficult to see the seed because they're actually like little dust particles. Just slightly scatter them evenly over the surface. Okay. When that's done, you can just, with your hand, just sprinkle a little soil on top, just enough to cover the seed. Just a sprinkling. And again, a little more water. We're going to pop a propagator lid on it. What this will do is, this will just basically help keep your soil nice and moist. Now, it's only $2.99. Pop it on top. You then keep that in a temperature inside somewhere between 15 and 20 degrees. Anything lower than that, your seed will not germinate really. It needs to be between them temperatures. So a kitchen in sunlight would be absolutely perfect. Keep it, like I said, keep your seed nice and watered. In a few weeks your seed will actually start, you'll see your seed starting to sprout. It'll come up into, this is actually a strawberry plant here, and it'll look something like that, maybe not as big, the leaves will start coming out in it. But when that actually starts happening, we're then going to transplant our seedling into pots. Now, a pot like that is absolutely perfect. You can use any type of pot. Today I'm going to use biodegradable pots. These actually break down in the soil. So it doesn't damage the roots or anything like that. You just basically plant it directly into the soil. You don't have to worry about taking out your pot or anything like that. Now you can use ordinary pots, there's no problem with that either or. So what you do is you just fill your pot 3/4 of the way with compost. Now this is after your seed has been in the tray for roughly about 4 weeks and has started to germinate, and you'll see your stems and your leaves starting to come up. What you then will do is you take your seedling out of the tray. It won't be quite as big as this. What you do is you basically take it by the leaf. Don't pull it by the stem because it will be very, very delicate. Now if you want, you could use a knife or something like that, just basically go around the soil just so it kind of breaks up nice and evenly. You pop your seed into the pot and again cover with compost. Now when you've all your pots planted up, what I would do is actually set them back into your tray again, and that tray can then be left outside, but I would not leave it outside 24 hours all day and all night. You have to try and adjust the temperatures outside. Because it's come from such a warm environment, it wouldn't be good just to pop it straight outside and leave it outside. So what you could do is actually pop it outside for a few hours during the day, take it in again at night to avoid frost, because at this time of year you will have frost, okay? Then after about 3 or 4 weeks, and maybe kind of into February time, it is ready to be planted directly outside. And like I said, because it's in the biodegradable pots, you can plant them directly into the ground. Now if you did plant into the ordinary pots, you can take your seedling out, pop it into the ground, okay? And basically what you start doing then is waiting for your flowers to come. After a few weeks you will see your flowers starting to come out. It'll be a nice little flower. That's when you can then start feeding your strawberry plant. What I would recommend you use would be tomato plant food from Westland. It's very, very good. You'll get good, big, fruity blooms. Mix it with water. I would feed it every 2 to 3 weeks. It's very, very important to feed your plants. You have to feed your plants. It encourages better growth, better blooms. So like I said, every 2 to 3 weeks. The directions on how to use the feed is very, very simple. It's on the back. You mix it with water in a watering can, put it directly onto your plants. Your strawberries should then be ready for picking in June. You can start harvesting your fruit and you can start making your strawberry jam and your strawberry pies and everything like that. What I actually like to do is cut them up, wash them, put a little bit of icing sugar over them. They're absolutely gorgeous.